Good morning, my dove.
Good morning.
I suppose I ought to go and get dressed.
Yeah, you probably should. It's 10 o'clock.
Yes, it is 10 o'clock. I will go and get dressed. What shall I wear? This one. And just like that, I'm dressed. Brilliant. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Bright Side. As of the recording of this, it is the first day of the summer holiday. 6 weeks where the kids are not in school and we have to think of some pretty major plans to keep them entertained. We got a few ideas what to do with them because, you know, I think for a lot of parents, I think all parents will get this, it is or working parents, it is quite a stressful time when, you know, I mean, 'cause 6 weeks it's quite an extended period of time that you've got to think about doing all these extra things, and they are screaming to me. What do they want? I'm purposely not showing AJ for a minute because he's decided to have some naked time. So AJ currently is without clothing, and Matilda's upstairs getting dressed. So I mean, I suppose that's something that's half a win. We'll try and get some clothes on him in a minute because, you know, he will be featuring in today's video, which is going to be a little bit of a home vlog. It's very, 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 very wet outside. There'd be a storm a-brewing. So I think it is pretty much raining all day. I mean, I will try and maybe get the wellie boots on the kids, maybe go for a little bit of a, you know, bit of a walk later with the raincoat and everything on, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. We're currently waiting for the shopping man to arrive. I always say the shopping man, but like the driver. We quite often use Sainsbury's like delivery service. So he is coming between 11 and 12. So I've got a couple of bits to do in the kitchen and then basically just wait for him to deliver our week's shop. So without any further ado, let's go check it out. You do all right? Yeah. So that's Eugene. And that's Tobias. Toby and Eugene. See, lots of people say, how do you tell them apart? They're both exactly the same. But mummies and daddies know. Say, we know, don't we, babies? Are you enjoying that? Are you enjoying yours? And if you're wondering what that noise is in the background, it's the washing machine. Yeah, it is pretty much 100% raining all day, which I can't say I'm particularly thrilled with. We do need rain. We have had a lot of dry weather in recent last couple of months, so it is, you know, it's healthy for the earth, but yeah, you know, it's all day. I will venture out into the rain a minute just to show you guys that this side, so if you remember, if you've seen like footage of our garden before, it was all basically bushes and flowers and all sorts of stuff like that. The plan, so that's all been hacked back, and the plan is to, at some point, get rid of the path, which is going to be quite a bit of a feat. I mean, it's like 6 inches of solid concrete. And then basically just make it all, you know, level all that out and basically make it all lawn. That's kind of the plan. And then just generally tidy up the garden a little bit. We've got like the paddling pool, which, you know, is just kind of like folded up in the corner. And even like up here, the kids' old, you know, like little toy car that they used to bomb round in. You know, it's way too small for both of them now, so that really needs to go and, you know, clean it up, donate it so that it's gone to another home. And also we need to really think about like revamping the shed a little bit. We need to probably give it another like coat of you know, sort of like all-weather paint, that type of thing. I don't know, Shelley's been talking about doing it in a slightly different colour. It is like a dark brown, but it is definitely in need of a bit of TLC now. Preferably it could be lifted up on blocks really, because when it does rain, that rain does like soak up through, as you can see there. But we've had it quite a long time. We've had the shed quite a long time, so I don't know, maybe even, you know, replace it. We've got this big like concrete plat here, So, I mean, we could definitely get like a bigger shed here. I don't know, we'll see. All a work in progress. Which is life really, isn't it? It is just a work in progress. Their slide, they love their slide, but is now starting to show its age. Makes me laugh that these are designed to be outside, and yet actually, you know, all rusty. You know, I suppose, I don't know, cheap materials maybe. You're going back out? Why don't you stay in for a bit? Toby, why don't you stay in and curl up and go sleepies? Okay, he doesn't talk much. Oh, so you're not daft, are you, Eugene? As he just jumps out into the rain. What you doing?
I am just double checking a vegan butter icing recipe.
Okay.
To go onto my vegan, gluten-free, joy-free cake.
Yeah. So you've got a friend that's got some intolerances, haven't you, to all sorts of different foods, to lots of different foods. And you're going to her hen party.
Yes.
This afternoon / this evening.
So I'm just knocking a cake together because everyone loves cake.
Yep.
And then I'm off out for a couple of hours this afternoon, evening.
So more than a couple of hours.
Yeah, but
You're, you know, like. No, because the kids will be like, you know, where's Mama? Yes, it's going to be a long afternoon.
It'll be fine.
No, it'll be fine. We've got plans. I've got plans for the kids.
I bought them a treat.
You bought them a treat? So is this like not a school leaver? Is they're not leaving school, but like end of term, summer holiday treat?
They did get really beautiful school reports, both of them.
Yes, they did.
And they're quite into their Lego at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's just a box of bricks, which is what we've been kind of looking for, rather than like the sets, which seem to be quite expensive.
Yeah.
And they're not quite...
Well, they're not quite ready to like build like
a
proper set, particularly when they can cost like, you know, £400 for like the Millennium Falcon or something ridiculous.
But I thought they might enjoy this.
Yeah, nice. When are you going to give that to them?
Before I leave.
Oh, so in a minute type thing. Okay,
It's
that's
a
fine.
distraction.
Yeah, excellent. You would not know that buttercream is vegan, would you?
No, it's the cake.
The cake.
It's the cake.
The cake. Yeah, the cake was a little bit sort of dry.
Yeah, there's just nothing to bind it, is there?
Mm.
Which is why I've gone with buttercream and not a different type of icing, because I think it just adds a bit of moisture to it.
Although we have done vegan cakes before, where we've like done them with veg and stuff like that. And
I got glitter.
oh, look at you! What's all that on your face, AJ?
I got edible glitter.
Yes, that's
Go on
nice.
the cake.
AJ, it's nice to see you in clothes now, I must say. Whoa, what's... What have you two just found in the bag? We were going to give that to you a little bit later today. But I suppose now you've found it,
I'll take it back to the shop.
we'll take it back to the shop. Shall we open it up in the front room?
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know,
Carry it, Daddy.
here.
Because it's super heavy for us.
Is it heavy?
It's for us. We done it here.
Right, what I'm going to have to do, ultimately, is find a bigger box. Right, look at all the stuff. Look at all the stuff in there. That's amazing, isn't it? So should we get this open?
Yeah! I like this.
Yeah.
Lego.
Lego's good.
Oh!
I used to like playing with Lego. Right.
Oh my! Oh my! Complete. Then it's like Lego.
I expect it's going to be... Why can't I open it up?
Daddy,
Hang on a minute.
it's like Lego.
Here we go.
Wow! That's so much.
What are you going to build?
We're going to build anything.
Anything?
We're going crazy with it.
Okay, so you've
Daddy,
got...
I'm making a huge bunch of Lego.
So you've got like, yeah, a whole bunch of Legos. So you've got wheels in there. There's going to be like axles in there. Right, kids, knock yourselves out. Not like literally. I mean, don't literally knock yourselves out, but you know what I mean when I say that. Okay, and a word of advice, do not step on Lego. And just like that, our Sainsbury's shop has arrived.
I made a Lego film. I made a Lego phone, so now I can bring people and make films like you, Daddy.
That's amazing.
Lego. Poo-poo.
AJ, we really need to clean your chops because you've got like chocolate all over it. What have you been eating anyway? Have you had chocolate already today?
I'm making a phone.
Oh, chocolate spread sandwiches for breakfast, okay. Delicious. And you wanted your lunch in a picnic bag thing. What are they called? Lunchbox. Back lunchbox. A picnic bag lunch thing. Picnicking, Mr. Andridge. Right, so it's a little bit later. Shellbell has gone out to her hen party, so it's just me and the kids now. It's still raining, which is a bit of a bummer, I must say. We were going to go for a little bit of a walk, like up into the woods. Maybe. We can get some wellie boots and stuff like that, and our raincoats. Splish in the puddles. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, what are you drawing? What are you writing?
A story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Little Red Riding Hood.
AJ, what are you doing?
I drew a rainbow obstacle course.
A rainbow obstacle course. Very nice.
Because I like it.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Poop jump.
Big jump. Woo! Oh, Little Toot, one of my favourite Disney animations. There he is. Little Toot. Okay, that's the laundry done. So, Matilda, you have drawn... You've drawn like a skeletal... AJ, okay.
Pink.
Yeah, and you drew yourself, didn't you? So that's you. Okay, I kind of see the resemblance, yeah. We made it out the house. It is raining quite heavily, but do you know what? We've got our raincoats, our boots.
And hat.
And you've got a hat in under there. So I think we're good just for a little bit of a stank up to the woods, up to the river woods, or the waterfall woods as we call it. We got there like semi-regularly, so we've brought you guys before as well, so you'll recognise it when you see it. Actually, with all the dry weather that we've had over the past sort of couple of months, it's quite nice to see the river looking a little bit fuller, which is good. Follow that river and it'll take you all the way up to Madron, and follow it down that way and it'll take you to the sea. Hey kids, watch this. What? It's lava? Oh, I thought it was hot. I think it was Billy Connolly that said there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad choice of clothes. If you know your local history, the YMCA there, which we've just passed by or passing by, is a former home of the Borlase family. There you go, big local family, like archaeologists and stuff like that, and they did lots of, I don't know, stuff. Just here by the Castle Hornick farm, the road ends, you know, because obviously that's private property up there, but you cut down here and it'll take you down to the woods. Are you two okay? Enjoying your little, like, rainy walk? You do like the sound of wildlife, I know. And you actually love this little woods, don't you? Made it to this, like, bridge that spans the river. I know, it's a very solid bridge, isn't it? I've pointed it before. Or, like, I've posed the question before. I wonder what these massive lintels were, like, from. You can see there's, like, iron. I'm going to say, like, hinges or something like that. I wonder if it was, like, part of an old, like, gate structure, maybe. I don't know. If you've got, like, any ideas, let me know in the comments. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. So you being, like, Peppa Pig? Oh, big massive trunk laying down there. Thing is, although it's really wet, it's not cold at all. And you like put your hood on, and then within like, I don't know, with like 2 or 3 minutes, you're absolutely boiling because again, you know, thick sort of, eh? Okay, you know, like a big, thick sort of wintry coat, but you don't need it for the heat because again, or for the cold because it's quite warm. Again, it must be about, I don't know, mid-60s, 70 degrees, and you don't want to be going around in a winter coat. But, you know, it is what it is. I've taken my coat off. It's cooled me down slightly. I think there's a troll under there. You never know. There could be a troll under there. Oh, this is all like broken down. All this tree is broken down. You know what I mean? So make it sound like an engine. Fallen tree. I know. I've got to do some climbing. Do you need a hand? Can you hold my hand there? That's it. And then over you go. Ooh. You right? That's it. That rain almost makes it feel like it's tropical. Although I think Cornwall is classified as subtropical, I believe so. Getting some real predator vibes here. Come on, do it! Do it! Come on, do it! Probably one of the worst Arnie impressions in the history of YouTube. Yeah, well, that like rain and whatnot, it really does add to the, like I said, that tropical vibe. Could be like on some sort of island in the in Hawaii or something. I'm sure obviously the plant species are somewhat different, but you know what I mean, Hawaii vibes. As long as we don't encounter any of the sort of weirdness from the television series Lost, I don't want to be involved in the Dharma initiative. Shelley was just pointing out she loves these big leaves. She just called them an umbrella. Again, I always like to point out this. You can see this sort of rectangle chopped out, you know, like chiseled out of this stone, you know, this big granite thing. But look at this like circular bit by AJ's feet. You know, there's like circular groove, like a semicircle. I wonder what it was. If you know, or have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments. Right, this is the area of the woods that the kids really like. They like it up on that like mound. Sometimes it's difficult to access because the river is so high, but this becomes a river, but it's all accessible today. But kiddos, what I will say, kiddos, is just be careful clambering up there because you can see it's quite slippery, okay? And you'll end up in a little bit of a mess. All right? Come on. That's it. Good boy. That's it. It is a little bit slippery, but
I'm the queen of the world.
but let's just not run around too much. But here we are. We made it.
I'm the queen of the world, and I'm on top of the world.
Yay!
I'm the king of the world. Okay, you got to poop in the river.
Poop in the river. Why would I want to poop in the river?
Because that's where you poop now.
Oh, I tend to use the bathroom, to be honest. I just want to get in there and cover myself in all that mud and clay, and then I can like pretend that I'm in the Predator movie. Okay, I won't do that. And of course, if you know the area, if you like cross here and head in that direction through the fields, it's a public right away. You know you're going through like farming area, but it's all public right away. But if you carry on in that direction, that'll take you up to Boscathmo, and if you keep going, Madron. Right, we're heading home now. We've been out for a little bit. Our coats are all wet. I mean, we're wet, but I mean, we're not like soaked through, so it's not too bad. Do you know what? Obviously, we made it home. Never known. I've never yet found a raincoat that keeps me dry. I don't understand. They all leak. So, I'm gonna go and change my t-shirt. I've pointed this mug out before. This is my souvenir USS Iowa mug. She's a Missouri class battleship that is now a museum, and she's tied up in Los Angeles. And back in 2017, Shelley, Matilda and I, AJ wasn't born, we went on board the USS Iowa. I remember it being a really, really hot day. This is before we started YouTubing. We weren't YouTubing back in 2017. But I remember it being a really hot day. Like I think the temperature gauge was like 102. So really, really hot. And Tilly, she loved following. So like a self-guided tour, you would follow like the yellow arrows that it was like tape. Really, I think it was like tape that was like stuck down to the deck, and you would follow that. You would follow the sort of, you know, the way around the ship. And Tilly was fascinated with that. She was only about 19. She'd been about 19 months old then, but yeah, she quite enjoyed it. Probably just following the tape, you know, around. I mean, I can't imagine that she would have particularly have had a major interest in you know, like the USS Iowa. Back out into the rain, but only for like 10-15 minutes, because we're just going to go and pick up our tea, and that is going to be fish and chips from Buzz's here in Alverton. The kids fancy some fish and chips, and you know, I mean, I can always eat fish and chips, so that's what we're going to get, fish and chips. Okay, fish and chips procured, and oh, big coach here going past, and Matilda insisted on carrying it, I think because it's nice and warm. Is it nice and warm to hug? Yeah? Okay, let's get it home. Right. Let's get these. So what I did, I ordered a small for the kids to share, because the portion sizes oh, hang on a minute, let me put that down. Because the portion sizes at Buzz's fish and chips are quite big, so theirs will be like plenty cut in half, and then I've got a large. And of course the battered sausage on each one. Again, I'll cut that in half for the kids, but you've got to have a battered sausage with fish and chips, haven't you? It's the law. Literally, it is the law. I didn't get any salt and vinegar on theirs. I just got theirs plain, whereas mine has come with a little bit of salt and vinegar. Nothing too ridiculous, but you know, just enough to give it that salt and vinegar hit. Oh, yes, yes. On every level. My fish broke in half when I was transferring it to the plate, but that's absolutely fine. That is looking delicious. A little bit of salt and vinegar on mine. And then there's the kids. I mean, you think that's small, cut in half. So plenty for the kids to eat. And there is mine. Right. You two looking good? Happy? Because you are watching the Lego movie, aren't you? So that's awesome. So kiddos, enjoy, and I'm going to sit right here where Mama normally sits. I do like fish and chips. Don't have it like that often because it's obviously, you know, quite calorific. But Buzz's fish and chips, pretty good. Just a short walk for us. So Nice and convenient. And here is the delicious fish. We'll give that a go. Just, yeah. Do love fish and chips. Do you have a local fish and chips? Which is your where would you guys eat fish and chips? Do you have like a local, as it were? Just let me know in the comments. 1 hour later.
Let's go!
And just like that, the kids are in bed, asleep. Well, AJ's asleep. I'm not so sure about Matilda. I did hear her singing earlier on. I'm just waiting now for Shelley to come home. She's probably a good 2 or 3 hours away yet, so I'll either have I'll either throw some dice around and maybe have a little mini game of Necromunda, which if you're aware of like your Games Workshop, your Warhammer 40,000 universe and whatnot, you'll know Necromunda. There's 2 versions of it. You've got the Underhive, which is this one, which is like an industrial setting, and I do have the other version of it, which is the Ash Wastes. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't, then you know, pretty meaningless. But it's basically a super duper board game. Quite impressed with that. I painted that myself. Well, in fact, I've done all this myself. I've painted everything. Pretty cool. Anyway, it's just one of my little hobbies. But yeah, basically, goes up there. It's, you know, it's a relatively complicated game. These are the rules. Believe it or not, that is a rule book. And that's the Ash Waste version, which is, you know, same. It's the same mechanics, same game system, just a slightly different setting. I think it probably drives Shelley mad, but you know, I like it. I've been like hobbying with Warhammer for many a year. We're going to leave the video there. I do hope you enjoyed it. There is only so much home vlog torture that I can take you through. If you've made it this far into the video, well done. I have thrown a couple of dice around, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to put my feet up and watch a movie. In fact, this is a film I haven't seen for quite a while, and it is a true classic. This is the director's cut of Amadeus. There's about 20 minutes of like extra footage in this version, which is really cool. It's my favourite version of the film, but I go off on a tangent. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make myself another coffee, maybe have a chocolate bar, something like that. Wait for Shellbell to get in. Like I said, put my feet up and watch Amadeus. So, don't forget, do all the usual YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, smash the bell, and you'll never miss out on anything we put up. We are on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, I keep forgetting them. I tell you what, I can't remember what they all are, but they're on loads. So check out all our socials at The Bright Side. So from us to you, cheers and gone.